I get pissed off about shit. People piss me off, And if I didn't have comedy, you know what I would need? The Purge. That's what I would need.
Welcome to Something Crunchy, the Valley's #1 comedy entertainment podcast. Biscuit is homies with Blake. Blake is the older brother of Blair. And Blair is married to Biscuit. Here are your hosts, Cullen Blake with Blair and Tyler Dressel.
All right. Welcome to Something Crunchy. I'm Cullen Blake. With me, as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. We have an incredibly crunchy guest joining us tonight. You've seen him in shows like Workaholics and I'm Dying Up Here, movies like Murder Mystery and Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, his stand-up specials Amerikan Warrior and The Ugly Truth, and he has his own podcast called Riffin' with Griffin with new episodes out every Wednesday. Please welcome Erik Griffin. Thank you for joining us. How are you this evening?
Yeah. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. We're excited to riff with Griff.
Do I need to get my singing mic out?
Yes, you do.
Please.
Love
It
that.
would be an honor.
My favorite thing is that's how you rate movies. You'll give it like 9 out of 10 woo-woo-woos. I love that.
Yeah. I got to give 0 out of 10 woo-woos. And then I have to, what's funny is I end up having to count on my fingers. I go, how many woo-woos was that?
We're excited to have you on. What's new in your world?
Nothing new. I'm actually out in Palm Springs right now with my wife. She's been a model for like 17 years, and so every year she goes, "This is it. I'm done." And then she gets a call, and she's like, "We have to go to Fashion Week," So here we are.
So you're out in Palm Springs Fashion Week. That's such a flex. I gotta get dragged to another Fashion Week. My model wife just.
I mean, let me tell you something. Fashion Week, it's not like Fashion Week cost me a ton of money. Just gonna say that. Okay. This is a hobby. You know what I mean?
I got you.
That's costing me a grip. That's fancy, because she's like, we have to stay at the good hotel. You know what I mean? So here I am, whatever little money she's making for this, it pales in comparison to the food and the hotel. And, I'm just being supportive. She's still doing it, so why not? Right? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good. You're so sweet.
Kind of reminds me like if I was doing one of those Civil War reenactments. That's what this is kind of like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got the podcast, YouTube, you're on Twitch at Erik Griffin Gaming, staying busy. You're everywhere but OnlyFans. When are we going to get some stiffing with Griffin?
I mean, believe me, I don't even want to get another revenue stream. That's all I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be giving myself more work. That's all that is. You know what I mean? You'll be sitting here like, oh God, I got to go shave my balls. You know what I mean? It's going to be
a whole new set of grooming you got to get ready for.
It's going to be a whole new set of responsibilities that I do not want.
Just hire an assistant for that.
We're live with Erect Griffin.
Yeah, dude. So I don't know. This is the internet has turned into such a, it's such a new form of media that we didn't have before, so it used to be just radio, television, print, that was how you got out there, how you promoted yourself. Yeah. And now it's turned into strictly the internet is probably the lion's share of what you do to get your stuff out or to be seen or to, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
It's true. It shouldn't replace stage time and stand-up. You do any touring this year?
Oh, yeah. I'm still doing that a lot. You can. My schedule's on erikgriffin.com, on my terrible website that I make myself. But, yeah. No, I'm still out there on the road a lot. I'm going to be, let me see, where am I going to be? I'll have to look and see on my computer here while we're doing all this. But yeah, it's I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm actually going to be at the vet, but I'm really just doing shows with my buddy Matt Rife, who's blown up. Matt, I just directed his special.
Guys,
that's another thing
everywhere.
I'm doing too. I'm trying to get into directing. Yeah,
the OnlyFans special. Yeah, that was great. And yeah, man, he is blowing up.
No, he has a new one. He has a new one now. Just his name, Matt Stephen Rife. That's his new special, and I just directed that. So I'm trying to get into that business too. So I'm doing. I've known him since since he was like 15. And so now, he opened for me for a long time. Now he's selling out theaters, and so now I'm opening for him. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And you know what? Good for him. But seriously, like, what is it about his jawline that makes him? He's all over social media. He's everywhere.
Don't even get me started. I remember when he had jacked up teeth and he was a little scrawny piece of shit, and now he's like, you know what I mean? Now he took that serum that Captain America took.
He did. Yeah, he's leaning into the heartthrob thing.
The glow up. He got bit by
a
vampire, I'm telling you.
Something. But I'm proud of him. I have no ego about it. You know what I mean? He's like I said, he's like a little brother to me. I've known him. Like, he stayed on my couch for like a month when he first moved to LA. So.
Man, well, you're paying it forward, and it kind of sounds like I'm dying up here, by the way. It almost has that similar plot line.
Oh, you know what? That's so funny. That's like that. I didn't even think of that. Sometimes I hate even thinking about that, because I was like, I can't even. Every time somebody hits me up, like, there's like new people. There's new people that are catching that show, and they're like, "Oh man, this is great! I can't believe it was canceled." And I'm like, "You can't believe."
You're all shocked.
No, see, I am one of those people. Like, I was late to that party. I seriously just saw that like 6 months ago, maybe. And honestly, that's one of the best shows I've seen this year. I mean, it had it all. It was only getting better. Where's our third season? That was awesome.
Well, where were you 4 years ago?
Exactly.
When they canceled it?
I know. No shit. Where was I 4 years ago? I mean, what a cast.
I know
seriously.
that's what happens.
That sucks.
It was a great cast. It was a great cast. It was a great experience. But it's just one of those things, man. I always feel like we needed one more season. I think one more season, it would have really caught on. But it's just that people didn't know what the show was about. They didn't know if it was a comedy, a drama. What is this? Is it fictional? Is it? They didn't know what was happening.
But it had it all. Like that worked.
So many setbacks. Like, you think about it, like the Workaholics movie was supposed to happen, and then what do you call it? Paramount Plus decided to pull the plug on that. So it's like there's always disappointments. That's all the life is these days. It's just a series of disappointments, man.
It's true. Sometimes that happens with these shows, though. Even like the really good ones, Freaks and Geeks, Party Down. Those were shows that no one appreciated until it was too late.
Cut too short.
Yeah, it's crazy like that. But you need an audience. I mean, that's the sad part about it. And the thing about being on a network like Showtime, you need two things. You have to have critical acclaim, or you have to have audience.
Yeah.
And one of them has to be great. And both of ours were mediocre. So that's the thing that happened. Because then it's just, how do they justify the money it costs to make the show? It's like, unfortunately, Showtime isn't a big streaming network where they have or it's Netflix or something like that. You know what I mean? I think if it was Netflix, we'd still be on the air, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, we recently had the incident-free Oscars, slap-free in 23, and it was about as boring as most of those movies the Academy likes.
Oh my God! Isn't the Oscars is just like the worst?
It was terrible. The Banshees of Ed
Sheeran.
I mean? Did you watch any of these?
No, I didn't watch one of these boring ass movies. You know what the Oscars need? The Oscars need like how the music industry has the Billboard Awards. Because the Billboard Award, you know exactly what that is. This is stuff that people actually listen to and like, and we're rewarding them for that. The Oscars is like, it's too much like the pretentious awards.
It is.
With a bunch of people sitting around sucking each other off. You know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah. And then what you have is like, and then you've added comedy, because comedy is to make these people who take themselves too serious, to bring them down a notch when people are at home or watching. And so they don't want comedy there anymore. You saw what happened. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, let's just remove comedy for this. Then you're just looking at it like a basketball, award ceremony or something, like, why is that being televised? Like, the Oscars should be on C-SPAN. You know what I mean? It should be on C-SPAN.
It has gotten more C-SPAN like, and you know what? I think we can all admit the Oscars was much more entertaining with a little violence. I think they should just allow one open-handed slap per year. You never know when it's coming, and if you're invited, you're just aware the night it could turn a little slap.
I mean, with that, but all that was so. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I mean, it's so ridiculous that, like, I'm almost glad that happened, because it pointed out how ridiculous it is to be so sensitive about comedy. You know, and it's like, and to the point also, just also like, violence? Really?
Like,
That's what you want to do?
I mean, we've had Ricky Gervais, and like this is nothing new. Like the whole point
Oh
was
my
like
God.
you go up there and you roast these people a little bit. They're expecting it.
Wait, that's my thing too. It's not like Chris Rock just popped by for a guest set. You know what I mean? He didn't just drive by the theater like, oh, what's going on here? Y'all doing the Oscars? Hey, yo, can I go on and do 5? That's not what happened. You know, he was scheduled to be there. And by the way, this innocuous dad joke that he told, if he gets slapped for that and Ricky Gervais can just go untouched for 4 years at the Golden Globes,
What are we doing?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
ridiculous.
It's just crazy. Man, and I know you've been talking about it on your channel, the Chris Rock Netflix special, and you made the best point about Will Smith and the only ways that his career can be saved. The best being Comedy Central roast. Brilliant.
Yes.
Oh my
Brilliant.
Yeah,
gosh.
like a
Perfect.
Comedy Central roast would save Will
Oh,
Smith.
y'all.
It would save him.
That's like what.
But he would have to
Greatest
be.
thing I've heard.
But he would have to be okay with it. Like it would have to be one of those like no holds barred. You know, you're secretly gay. You know, all that stuff that people say about Will Smith would have to come. He'd have to take it all
Can't
and then
get
just take it and be like, yeah, just be like, look, yeah, okay. And then he gets to go up there and say what he wants to say. And then afterwards we'd be like, you know what? You're all right, man.
It's
You know
true.
what I mean?
He needs to just lean
Address
into
it all.
Honestly, he probably would have been one of the best choices for the next to get roasted even before this. But afterwards, you were so right. That's such like a brilliant point.
Wow.
And he also said another way he could save his career would be just to turn villain and do like a super villainous role. What was the example you used?
Yeah, man, like training day. Like
yes.
he needs to have his training day. He needs to have like, you know, he needs to do like just be that guy now. You know what I mean? Just be that guy. You know?
It's true. Like lean.
Slap first, ask questions later.
Yeah. Well, that's what he did. You know, he slapped first. Yeah,
Started
you know what I mean?
heading in that direction.
He could have a whole resurgence and like a whole back half of a career as like a villain actor if he
he's
just
turning heel.
if he just leaned into it and became that guy.
It's not even like. I think his big time movie star days are probably behind him now, especially because of what happened.
I hope
It would
so.
take like a Pulp Fiction type movie to bring him back, you know. And that's another thing too. Someone like you know Quentin Tarantino. He needs to be like in a Quentin Tarantino movie where he's just something like that. But I don't know,
so
man.
lucky. Yeah.
I know.
Where he does
I
like
mean,
a
yeah, but
Leo type thing and kind of plays random bad guy, gets killed at the end, like a different style
Oh
role
my
for
God!
him.
There's like a string of those movies of Leonardo. I'm so over him in terms of that. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like it started with Blood Diamonds. Remember Blood Diamonds? It was like,
Yeah.
okay,
I do
it's like
remember
okay,
that.
then Leo died. I was like, oh, Leo dies again in another movie. You know what I mean? Then it's
In
like,
a weird, other strange way, Leo dies again.
That was mediocre.
yeah, he dies in that. He dies in was it Departed? He dies in Departed. He dies. It's like every movie he was. It's
He dies
when
in
they're when they're
dreams. He
chasing
dies-
when they're chasing Oscars and they're trying to like that's when you know it's happening. It was like Brad Pitt in 7 years in Tibet. It was just like, yeah, dude, what is this? What is-
7 years in Tibet. God, I haven't thought about that in so long. Remember
Yeah,
7
no one-
years
no
in
one
Tibet?
has.
God, that was just like sitting on a shelf in my brain. It hasn't even been touched in forever.
Dusted off.
Hey, we're on those roasts. Where have those gone? Like, what happened to the roast? When was the last one was?
Oh,
like
what
2 or 3
happened to
years
the
ago.
roast is cancel culture. That's what
No,
happened to the
that's
roast.
seriously what happened. I thought it was like scheduling.
Oh yeah, of course, man. There's no way to just dude. You can't have a culture of the way things are right now, and to have somebody go up there and just like roast them. It's too tricky.
That's so.
You know, it's like
upsetting.
That makes me
you know,
sick.
to me, I think about like when people talk about the Illuminati. To me, the Illuminati isn't some rich cabal of the richest people in the world. No, the Illuminati seems to be this small segment of Twitter that forces people to, corporations to make choices that they don't really want to make. It's like this small segment of a internet, social media that no one really uses. When you look at the numbers of like who actually uses Twitter and who actually uses these things, it's a very small percentage of the entire society, but they decide what's right and wrong. And then these companies go, well, we have to change. And so it's too much to think about. One bad joke or off-color joke, and the next thing you know, the whole system gets just shaken down because people are like, that is so offensive. You know what I mean?
That sucks.
You can look at anything that was popular and find something in it. Like, I'm a big vampire fan, so my guilty pleasure is Twilight movies. I love them. I have them on every time I travel, I'll watch one of those movies. But when you look back at that now, with everything that's going on in society now, you can find something wrong with that. Look, Edward was 100 years old, and she was only 17. You think Leonardo DiCaprio was bad. You know what I mean?
No one's addressing this one.
And then how about this? Jacob imprints on the baby, and then he grooms her until she's you know what I mean? till they end up being together. It's like, you can be that person right now and be like, this is terrible. You know what I mean?
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
There's
it's
a home.
It's all about perspective.
Those roasts need a different home, though, and that should persist. Those have been around too long. The comedy's too good in there. I think we should put it on like Netflix. Like, that's another.
Well, actually, yes. shout out to Whitney Cummings, because Whitney is producing a bunch of these roasts for OnlyFans TV, where you don't necessarily have to worry about that. So I know the one that's coming out right now is the Bert Kreischer roast. So they roasted Bert Kreischer.
Perfect.
And it's going to be on OnlyFans TV. So shout out to those people. Bert,
no kidding.
His movie looks hilarious. His special came out was really funny. And so, shout out to Whitney Cummings, old friend, to what she's doing. So she's trying to bring that back and put it on a platform that we don't care. You know what I mean? Like, you can.
What that is
like, who really cares?
I'm so glad that you brought that up, and I had zero interest in OnlyFans until right now.
Totally.
And
I would
100%.
Wait, hold on
sign
a
up for
second.
some roast.
Hold on a second. Who are you saying that for right now?
Nobody. He's single.
Yeah.
I totally call bullshit on that. I've never been interested in OnlyFans.
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. Like, I've had no desire to sign up for OnlyFans.
It's such a cash grab, but this
cash grab.
This seems appropriate. Like, you guys deserve it. This is original content right here.
What do you need a paid subscription for when you can find it for free?
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna be a few roasts in until you start.
Listen to you guys. Just trying to break the system. But this is like I'm in a hotel right now. Like, imagine the real losers that are paying for hotel porn. What?
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Out of touch.
What? What?
Touch. I mean,
yeah. Are you calling distance from the hotel phone also?
Depending on what you're working with. Like, is it what is it?
I could make a porn for cheaper.
I'm right. Like, it's
yeah.
What am I paying for? If I'm gonna get hotel porn.
Here's what's wrong with OnlyFans now. See, there's a certain thing about people thinking that, here's regular chick who is now, because this is the person you really want to see naked, is Sally from the CVS down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa, she's actually talking to me, and okay, I'll pay you to because that's like what you want anyway, I guess. There's a certain voyeuristic thing to knowing that,
sure,
my neighbor is showing me them, you know what I mean? And I'm compensating that person. But what it's turned into is such a big business now that, these girls now, they're not even interacting with their profiles anymore. They're just giving the content to the agencies, and the agencies are putting it out, and they have somebody that's pretending to be them. It's like the old 976 numbers, you know? It's not really this girl on the poster anymore,
That sucks.
Because it's the interaction that you're paying for. That's what they don't realize. It's not that. I don't think people are actually paying for the nudity and all that. That's a small portion. The bigger portion is the interaction. This idea that you're getting, personalized service.
Yeah.
All right. I get it. So
I got an idea. Stay with me now. So,
Uh-oh's right. Uh-oh's right.
What if we got enough people just to sign up for specific people that they got a sign-on bonus, but it came as a anonymous gift? Like, if you want to come on and give us content, we have enough people ready to give you $10,000 to share your nudes right now.
That's not enough.
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Look at some of these famous women who've gone on and they make $1 million.
Yeah, that's nothing.
They're making like $250,000 a month. Some of them.
But I'm talking about that CVS worker down the street. Like, she doesn't even know that she has a market, but like OnlyFans reaches out and says, "We have 13 people ready to give you $100 a month." They found you working down at the CVS and they want to see your goods.
Yeah, but there's still, to me, there's still a stigma. But it's way different now. Like, it's totally gone away now. It's not as bad. But, but it's still there. There's still a little bit there where it's like, well, it's like, what's that one rapper? What's her name? I'm So Fancy. Iggy Azalea. Yeah. Like, she went on OnlyFans,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
and so
right.
I made huge money.
And she made a fortune in the first month because it's like, so it's like, what I'm saying is like, monetize yourself. We over-sexualize women already, right?
For sure.
And even in areas that you just go, like you go to a restaurant and the waitress has on this skin-tight outfit and you're just thinking, what does ass and titties have to do with food and beverage service? You know what I mean? I always say like
Sure.
if I blindfolded you at a restaurant and I brought you the burger, you wouldn't smell it and be like, you know what, this smells like a fat guy brought it. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't.
It wouldn't matter.
But it wouldn't matter. So, but are they they're not compensated to the point. So now you're talking about. So since we're sexualizing and we're all that, we're objectifying, profit off of it, and cut out the middleman, other than the company OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Everyone do their thing.
Yeah. Comedy on OnlyFans? That's awesome. I didn't know
I
didn't know there was OnlyFans
Whitney,
TV.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, because then you think about like, because then it's like, here's what's great about putting that on OnlyFans. If these sensitive people come and they're like, I can't believe you made a joke about A, B, and C. But then I'm like, oh, so you're okay with this person putting a carrot in their butthole?
So that
you draw the line. The line has been. Where's the line? You know what I mean?
No, pay-per-view. Way to go.
There's like joking about it, and then you can turn over to this channel and actually see it. And I get what you're saying. Where's the line?
Where's the line? It's like, what do you? But you know what? It all depends on like the pressure. Like who are these overly sensitive people? Who are they going to cancel? They're going to be like, OnlyFans, you need to stop. They're like, well, shut up. These people are paying for this, which is how it should be anyway. Yeah, don't come here. Don't come here. This isn't like publicly owned. Get out. Just go
we don't need
else.
you.
You paid for it.
Yeah, we want to hear. This is the place we want to hear. What you would consider terrible jokes. We want to hear them here.
Yeah. Not broadcast them to the middle school.
Right?
Like, how fun would that be? That's
Exactly.
comedy that's fun. Like, people are there to hear it.
Yeah.
All right, so Bert's getting
Yeah, I
roasted.
mean, I don't know.
Will Smith
someone-
should be roasted. Who would
He
next?
should be roasted.
Who's next in line? Who deserves to be roasted?
God, who knows? Like Tucker Carlson.
Wow, truth. Yeah.
I mean, they did do that. Remember when they roasted that one? Or they weren't roasting her, but she was on the dais, that conservative
Oh yes,
and Coulter
Ann
or somebody
Coulter.
like
Oh,
that.
that did not
God,
go
her
well.
face. That was like
That did not go well.
she was so out of place.
Yeah.
And Fuhrer. I laughed so hard at that joke. That was so good. I think that was Nikki Glazer. That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, because she's always on there.
Yeah. We'll be right back with Erik Griffin. Let's take a break.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for listening to Something Crunchy, and we hope you're enjoying the episode. It now pays to crunch down every week because we're hooking you up with big discounts from big brands. Up to 35% off Invicta watches using code CRUNCHY and apparel from 8080, where in addition to 10% off using code CRUNCHY, every dollar you spend goes towards an entry in their dream car giveaway. Don't forget to join the Something Crunchy Facebook group for updates, polls, and the web's crunchiest memes. You can find us on Twitter at crunch_cast, and feel free to send any questions and track submissions to somethingcrunchy@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back, crunching down with Erik Griffin. Lots of good shows out right now, too. Arguably a better time for shows than for movies. What's on your watch list right now?
Well, I mean, I don't even know if that's true. Actually, I think it seems to be like I think because of like the pandemic, they're starting to catch up. But I wouldn't say there's a lot of shows. I mean, I just watched I like The Servant on Apple TV. It just ended. I don't know what the hell happened. You know, they had the series finale, and I just was like sitting in my living room going, "What? 4 years for this? What happened?" I hate when you have to go to a website after a show and it says, you know, the series finale explained. This shit should be explained in the series finale.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, so I watched that. I'm enjoying Last of Us, you know, but then it's like these shows are like 8 episodes and then they're done. And now we're sitting here like, okay, now what? Now we're gonna wait 6 years for the next one to come out or something.
We'll
you know
completely
what I mean?
forgotten about it by the time season 2.
Per season. I need to get fully invested, and
to me, shows are like relationships. You know,
oh,
they're like relationships, and sometimes I don't like getting into a relationship if they're not going to be committed. You know, I need to know what's going on here.
Right.
Yeah, but I like Last of Us. I like again, I like The Servant, and then I watched I don't know if you guys saw that show Consultant on Amazon.
I did see some of that. Yeah, of Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, the first 5 episodes were great, and then it
gets a little weird.
I don't know what happened. That's another one where you go, what the hell was this?
Yeah, that kind of ended strange. If you could walk onto the cast and join any show right now, what do you think it would be? Always like asking that question.
Oh, man, that's I don't know. I probably, man, that's a tough one.
I could see you on like some Billions or Succession, like a media type.
Yeah, I would like. I was so funny you say that. I was thinking of Succession, and I do love Billions. I do love Durant. That's another good one I like. And then they're bringing back the one guy.
Damian Lewis. Yeah, season 7 is going to be the last one. Good.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good without him.
Well, you know, a guy like that leaves a show and realizes the grass is not as green as he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you turning down free money, man? You know, what are you doing? So
he should have learned his lesson. Yeah, like he did the same thing in Homeland. The same guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right, huh?
They had to kill off his character in season 2 because he wanted to go do something else. He was too good for Homeland.
Yeah. That's, you know what? Homeland's one of those shows I never got into. There's a few shows I never, like, did a lot of people watch. I didn't get into it. That one, Mad Men's another one I've never watched.
Really? Oh, Mad Men's so
I've
good.
never watched Mad Men.
Mad Men's
well, I understand it, but it was like one of those things where I was like, I don't want to get into another relationship. I'm already doing Breaking Bad. I'm already doing, like, you know, all these other shows.
That's a long relationship too. It's like Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
like that's a long relationship.
For that reason, because it came out as the same. It was like there was a lot happening, and I got invested in other shows, and I couldn't get committed. I wasn't there yet, and then later.
Well, here's my rule. Here's my rule for you. But see, now I have YouTube TV. But like before, when I had cable, and you have your DVR and you record your shows, right? My rule was this: if I record the show and I go to my DVR and I see 4 episodes of the show that I have not watched, I delete them, and I know that I don't care about this show. That's my rule, man. I just go, oh, this show didn't grab me the way I thought it was going to, so I'm out.
That happens.
That's good advice.
I saw Cocaine Bear last night.
What?
You did?
Where'd you get that?
I saw Cocaine
I want to see that.
Yeah, I liked it more than I expected, but CGI wished that they used better than PS4 graphics package.
Again?
It was, I was
but it's Cocaine Bear.
I know.
You know it's gonna be.
This is not Godfather 4 or Star Wars.
I get it.
It's Cocaine Bear. You're talking about that means it wasn't good. If you're worried about the CGI, then it wasn't good.
It just bothered me a little bit. I was very aware of the CGI bear. I mean, I was expecting the Revenant bear on drugs, which was also CGI. And this was more of like video game bear.
Oh.
Yogi Bear.
I see. Okay.
Like,
Revenant was like different level bear.
That was a CGI bear, wasn't it? That wasn't a real bear fighting
cocaine?
Leo.
Yeah, but that was a 30-second scene.
That was a good scene. Best scene in a 3-hour movie.
Got Blake going.
This guy wanted it to be like, he wanted it to be that bear, and then there's some sort of CGI award.
Yeah.
You know, and he comes out like,
He has
hey,
ridiculous
it was
expectations.
really great working with, like
Terminator
come on,
2
man.
bear.
I mean,
Yeah.
on the plus side, it didn't try to be something it's not. Like, you know how some movies like Crank with Jason Statham just knows it's ridiculous and leans into it?
Yeah.
It did good in that department.
Was it Sharknado?
As far as CGI graphics, yes, it
Yeah.
was Sharknado.
Okay.
Yeah, but Sharknado again is what it is.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
They were going for that. I mean, it's true.
Sharknado was not trying to be anything but what it is.
You know, Cocaine Bear, like what to expect. I don't know why your bar was like
It was so high.
Like I like.
What about Cocaine Bear? Did you think was going to be?
Yeah, right. like I picture him. He's got his Twizzlers and his fucking,
Yeah,
he's got his popcorn. He's like, he's making an announcement to the whole theater.
It's gonna be good.
Let's see what they did with this CGI.
I know they didn't use a real bear. I know it.
Okay,
I just know it.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
like,
saying.
that would determine how I feel about this movie. That's a guilty pleasure.
He does
movie.
love
It's
to
just
talk
one
to
of those
people
things
that
you notice. Okay, it's the
You're right.
it's
You
the
know
same
what? You know
CGI
what?
that they had from Anaconda in 1998.
You're a pretentious. That's what it is. Just own it.
cinematically
Yes.
high expectations.
When it comes to the CGI, I guess so. I guess I am.
You get Revenant, people, like a round of applause.
I mean, it was entertaining. It kept my attention. I give it 7 out of 10 mangled faces.
Oh my god.
7 woo-woos. It was violent as
Oh
hell.
my
Like it
God.
was like really, really violent.
Cool.
Deliciously violent.
Well, it's called Cocaine Bear.
Is it
Okay,
long?
this is not Yogi Goes to School. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't Paddington 6. You know what I mean?
I was just expecting a little bit more Revenant, a little bit less. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. You're bashing me
Stumble
right
upon
now. You're gonna see
cocaine?
it
What
and be like, you know what?
You think you hate
Oh
it
yeah,
now.
because you've now lowered the standard to the point where now I can't even enjoy. You're not even telling me about the plot of the movie.
There's a plot?
It's
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear.
That's the plot.
Oh, now it's Cocaine Bear. Now it's Cocaine Bear.
I am
okay.
I am so picturing you.
Unbelievable.
I'm so picturing you in 2 weeks with
You
your
see what I gotta
Twizzlers,
deal
and You're
with?
watching it and you're going, you know what? He's right about this bear. It is a little distracting, but the CGI.
I can see from the. I bet you if they do a part 2, it'll be much, with a cocaine alligator or whatever
it
they're
has
gonna
to
do.
be for sure. For
You know,
sure.
they're gonna-
Cocaine gator.
But that was based off a true story, like loosely based off a true story that
Loosely.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So then they made a movie out of it.
Cocaine fell out of an airplane over a forest one time, and they're like, you know what?
You know what's funny about that movie premise? To me, it sounds like Elizabeth Banks was hanging out at a party with her friends,
Mhm.
probably doing cocaine, and then somebody was like, you know what? and then they made it. It's just it's crazy.
How does this shit
It's
get
crazy.
greenlit?
I bet you that was like a bet. I would love to find out if somebody was like, I bet you can't make a movie about this, and then another person, I bet you I can, and then they made it.
This was more watchable than the other one that she did, the remake, Charlie's Angels. Cocaine Bear was more watchable than Charlie's Angels.
Whoa.
Didn't she do that one too, Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah, she was
Love
well.
Elizabeth Banks.
She's made more money as a producer director now than she has as an actress.
Yes, she has.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she has.
She
She's
was
made it.
what is the singing one?
Pitch Perfect.
She was Pitch Perfect. Yeah, she
Oh.
produced that movie.
She could do no wrong in my eyes. I love
Those
Elizabeth
did
Banks.
well.
That improv that they're doing through Pitch Perfect, like you can tell that is fun. And she
The
is, like,
ESPN 6 or whatever it is.
yes, as an announcer, like she is so great.
Are they going to keep making more of those? I think
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can go.
Well, they made a spin-off show.
Oh, that's
They made
right.
a spin-off show.
Apple TV or one. Yeah, it's they go to Berlin or something like that. It's a spin.
Yeah.
It's with Adam,
spin-off,
isn't it?
Yeah, because I know Adam was telling me about how he went over to do that. So, so we'll see.
Right on.
Who knows?
Well, just like us, you get into sports as long as it's basketball or football. Free agency's going on right now. Lots of news. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. What do you think about that?
Maybe.
It's going to happen.
It is what it is. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is the most eccentric athlete probably of all time. He's talented and arrogant, but now he's getting old, and his talent level needs to always be better than what you have to put up with him. And so he had a down season, so now everybody's kind of on him. So maybe this will inspire him. He'll go to the Jets, and then be like, all right, I'm going to show you that I still got it at 40. Tom Brady won 3 Super Bowls past 40. So, he has something to achieve. But, I think that's so we'll see what happens with that. The other one, Lamar Jackson, I think that this is something shady going on there with that.
Something weird going on there. Guy needs an agent.
Yeah, something weird's going on there. We'll see what happens in the end. Well, I think he's going to eventually get his money, but I don't think it's going to be from Baltimore.
Really?
I think he's going to play on this tag. He's going to be upset about that. He'll play, and then he'll be a unrestricted free agent, I believe, next year. And then he can go do whatever the hell he wants. Or in 2 years, I believe it is. But if they franchise tag him 2 years in a row, it's going to be about $100 million anyway. So who knows?
Wow. Interesting prediction, man. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
You think the NFL scripted? Lots of talk about that.
No. How? How
so
could
either.
the NFL be scripted and then it not get out in this
That's
day and
what I
age?
said. That's exactly what I
They're
said.
paid for that.
You're telling me that these players that make $600,000 a year, so what is that? They probably make $250,000 after taxes, agents, and all their bills. They almost have to have a regular job to play this sport.
Exactly.
And you think they're going to be quiet? You think they're not going to they don't have friends that they told, unless there is some sort of, unless the NFL is some sort of cabal that has hitmen on their staff like John Wick. How the hell would this be something that no one has proof of?
That's what
Not
I'm
in this
saying.
day and age of the internet.
way.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Impossible.
There could.
There's too
even
many
when
people.
There could be.
even when we didn't have the internet or cell phones, we caught JFK getting shot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I mean,
They,
you know what I
they-
mean?
They found out about Deflategate and Spygate and all of that. Like this would have come out so long ago.
yeah.
For
Come
sure.
on. There's no way.
And
People
if
that
it-
believe that, I just go, get out of here. Get out of my face with that nonsense.
And if it's scripted, Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, like man, that's a rough script. I do think think he'll get better. I think he'll get a little second win, but not Aaron Rodgers or all the ayahuasca on earth can save the Jets from being the Jets.
The Jets had a stellar defense. They only let one team score over 21 points this year. You know that?
So you think Aaron Rodgers is the missing piece that's going to get the Jets to the next level?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I do.
oh, what if the
Yes.
Jets just come in so strong?
I was going to
this
say
year?
this smells like a jersey bet, but I lost the last one of those, so I'm a little hesitant.
Don't do it,
Do
bro.
we have to wear Jets?
I'm not buying another fucking jersey, man.
But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he was overrated 10 years ago. Eli Manning has twice as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
Oh no, the Giants' defense has twice as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
Well,
It is what it is. Trent
Yeah.
Dilfer, come on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the Green Bay Packers have not helped Aaron Rodgers for 15 years. They've never drafted an offensive skill position. The last time they drafted an offensive skill position in the first round, it was Aaron Rodgers.
it was like year before last that they had the number one running back and the number one receiver on the same team.
That was homegrown people. They didn't draft them. I'm saying, look at the draft. Look at the other quarterbacks in the league and the people that they have. You get Stephon Diggs over in Buffalo.
Yeah.
They drafted Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. Look at the big time quarterbacks and look at the receivers that they have that they've drafted. Look at the tight ends that they have. Look at whatever it is. Aaron Rodgers have never had that. He's never had that. They've never tried to get a big time bona fide number one receiver. They ended up with one because, they drafted Devontae Adams, and then he turned into that with the help of Aaron Rodgers. But come on, they haven't tried to really win on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that's true. Who's your team? Rams?
I do like the Rams.
Rams.
I do like the Rams because I'm from LA,
Right.
so it's like whatever. It's like whatever team. I still like the Raiders.
Yeah, Blair and I are from Dallas. Tyler's from Phoenix here. Like, totally get it. Cowboys and Cardinals.
Hometown heroes.
We haven't seen any success in a while.
Ooh,
ever.
Cardinals. Ooh,
Never.
Sorry.
Yeah, I got a
That's
decade.
not going to happen either. Not with Kyler Murray.
I got 10 more years of before I'm looking at anything.
I cannot stand
Kyler
Kyler
Murray.
Murray.
I don't know. I feel like once, what does he have, a 4-year guaranteed deal, whatever it is like that?
Yeah, but they're not going to get it right after him. Like, it took us 15 to get him, so it's between those.
They should have kept. Think about this, and then you forget about the year before that.
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
He was the man.
So that organization is
I forgot about Josh Rosen.
He was the number one pick at the time.
And then
he was the number one pick at the time. What that organization is in shambles.
Yeah, tell me about it.
J.J. Watt was like, I will retire before I play another season with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
What about basketball? You Lakers or Clippers?
Or Suns.
Clippers.
Clippers guy. See, that's cool.
Yeah, I had season
like
tickets for a little while.
Really?
Clippers. I like the Clippers. Yeah, the Clippers are the blue collar. They're the ones that, that's why comics like the Clippers over the Lakers.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Lakers are too flashy, too Hollywood,
Did they get better after the Westbrook trade?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Look, they're doing good now, even without
LeBron.
But they lost to Houston the other day, which I thought was a travesty, but we'll see what happens now. The NBA is better when LeBron James, LeBron James to me has been robbed of the greatness he could have achieved for a lot of reasons. The pandemic, the Durant going over to the Golden State and destroying the balance of power, all of that really affected, LeBron James is what he could have possibly been. It could have been hands down, he's the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean? If he had 7 out of his 10, it's like, come on, it's not even close. And he's been hurt the last 4 seasons. With every year he spent with the Lakers, he's been injured. The only reason to me that they even won in the bubble is because they had 3 months off.
Yeah, I don't like all that.
He's just old.
Yeah.
Something that can be done about it. You know what I mean? Him, like Kevin Durant, he's 35, 36 now. He'll never be the same. He is always going to be injured.
That is
true. He will never play 82 games again, ever.
See, I'm glad you brought that up. You covered the Kyrie trade on your channel, but I haven't heard your opinion on Durant coming to the desert. Yeah, so you feel pretty strongly about injured KD in Phoenix.
Yeah. He's never. No one has in the history of the NBA has ever come back from a torn ACL, a torn Achilles, 100 like the same player. You add that with his tall, slender frame. You add that with age and attrition. This is what you're going to get from him from moving forward. For the next 3 years, he'll play 60 games tops every single season, and you just hope that you're getting him in the playoffs for a playoff run. But this is always going to happen. He's going to twist his ankle, and it's just that is such a hard sport to play at a high level. Old.
It doesn't.
It is. He played 3 games in his son's uniform, and now he's the starting forward for the Banner Healthcare Center. Man, that sucks.
Yeah, it is. But I'm saying it is. I just think it is what it is. So
that's true.
What he's supposed to do? And he just. I don't know. I actually have been kind of like soft on the NBA ever since when he moved to Golden State. Something about the NBA just changed.
It ruined everything. Like, they just should have never allowed that to happen. That should have never been. They should have stopped it before it happened.
Well, my opinion of this is like these athletes are not qualified to run a $12 billion business. So don't give them this authority. Like, to me, they shouldn't be like free agency should be different. This is what I think should happen. I think that if you don't re-sign with your team, you have a period to re-sign with your team. If you don't re-sign with that team, then there's a supplemental draft. So let's say Kevin Durant, he can't figure it out. Then he goes, okay, we can't sign. Then he goes into a draft. And then those free agents are now drafted by other teams. They have to so they can't just choose where they get to go. I can't stand when I hear and it's always the rich athletes, like 25 million and up per season athletes who make these choices and then go, oh, I'm doing what's best for my family. Motherfucker, you're making $30 million a year. You can live in Minnesota for 5 years till you're 37 and then move wherever the hell you want.
No kidding.
You know what I mean?
No
it's like,
kidding.
shut up.
I
I can't stand that. I can't say, I'm doing what's best for my family. You're already doing what's best for your family. Yeah. It's like, no, you are not.
The max contract would be to stay at that organization. Yeah, you're right. That's funny. I know we got to get you out here in a minute. You're on Twitch, Erik Griffin Gaming. I know it's Warzone that you're playing most right now. Tyler and I were in.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump on right after this.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna play while she's working. You know
Nice. Nice. Well, we like to play a game on every episode and include our guest. If you'll indulge us, our Crunchtastic R&D department.
Please, let's do it.
Came up with something fitting for the occasion. There have been a lot of video games made over time, not all of them bangers, and some of them have some very strange names. I want to share a few titles and see if you can guess whether it was a video game or a porn film.
Oh, no. Okay.
You're going to love this. You can use Blair and Tyler as a lifeline, but know that they haven't been shown these, and they may be of zero help to you.
Okay.
All right, we're just going to do a couple of these. First up, Spanky's Quest.
Spanky's Quest. Porn.
That's incorrect. It was Super Nintendo game from 1991.
What?
Spanky's Quest.
Wow.
Oh, man.
These are tough.
So close.
So tough.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, you know what? It's a toss-up.
It is a toss-up. It's a toss-up.
A lot more difficult.
All right,
than
well,
you
now I
think.
know.
Now warming up here.
I'm down. I'm 0-1 now.
Tongue of the Fat Man. Porn title or name of a video game?
Tongue of the Fat Man.
Tongue of the Fat Man.
It's 2 on the nose.
Sounds like my wedding night, you know. Let's see. I'm going porn. That's got to be porn, right?
That's 0 for 2. That is a game from Commodore 64,
Yes,
DOS,
knew it.
and Mega Drive,
Knew it.
1989.
Wow, Commodore 64. That's the first computer I ever had. Wow, that's all
Commodore
I know.
64, Tongue of the Fat Man.
Oh, I love that.
What about LA Zombie?
L.A. Zombie. Okay,
Whoa.
Video game.
Video game? That 0 for 3. That was
a porn.
LA Zombie is your gay zombie porn film.
Oh,
Classic.
my God.
Wow.
Classic.
Gay zombies?
It's
Oh no.
Got to get one here. What about Touch Dick?
Oh, come on.
Video game?
It has to be.
He got it. He got
Yeah.
it. Now
Yeah, I know.
he's like, now I
Sounds
get
too,
it.
If it sounds too porny, it's a video game.
Yes.
This is Nintendo DS from 2005. The premise, more of a tool than a game. Touch Dick is a dictionary and translation title for the Nintendo DS using the console's touch happy stylus.
Oh, okay.
Touch
Happy.
stick.
It's
Touch
the happy
Dick.
stylus.
Yes. How about Donkey Punch?
Donkey Punch? Wow. Video game?
That's a porn.
They're like a Donkey Kong. Donkey Punch?
It's a parody of Donkey Kong, but it's a porn.
Involves a few different things.
Throwing barrels at people.
All right, let's
Come
give
on.
give him one more
Yeah.
here.
See, I'm so glad my porn knowledge is this terrible.
See, I'm bad at these two. This is where Tyler cleans house.
I do. I'm
too.
too good at these.
You know the video games and the porn. You're
Yep.
too good. At
He
these.
gets it.
All
Played
right,
them all, seen them all.
one more. This one's for all the marbles.
Uh-huh.
Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder.
Well, I'm so confused now because video game.
Correct.
Yeah, I got it.
What?
That is a video game, PS2 and Xbox from 2005.
Big Mother Truckers.
Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder.
That's right.
That's true. The way that you said that couldn't be an actual title. Just
Be called Lot Lizards. A lot easier.
That was impressive. Well done. That was really hard. That was really hard. You picked,
Yeah,
you-
it actually was, which was also a video game.
That was fun. I can't thank you enough for joining us, Eric. You are such a good
No
dude.
problem, guys.
We really
Yeah,
appreciate
whenever,
you being
you know.
generous with your time.
Thank you.
Once we find out where the Aaron Rodgers goes officially, then we'll have to get back on again and rediscuss it.
I want you back on after you've seen Cocaine Bear, and I want us to have
for
full
sure,
discussion now that
Oh
everyone
my
has
God.
seen it.
CGI.
Yeah.
Can't
Right
wait
now,
to have this discussion.
there's four.
the CGI police over here. Okay.
Can we Mystery Science Theater 3000 Cocaine Bear together? That'd be fun.
I'm just saying.
That would be hilarious.
It
That'd
would.
be fun.
It would be fun. There's been 4 of us on this call. Only one has seen Cocaine Bear. We need to all get involved
Yes.
and then have the conversation, and then you'll agree.
I like it.
In the meantime, check out Erik Griffin's podcast, The Golden Hour, and of course, Riffin' with Griffin every Wednesday on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Also, get over to ericgriffin.com to find the latest episode, his tour schedule, updates, and more. Thanks again. Seriously, hope we get a chance to talk again soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Take care.
Appreciate it. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Nick.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Riffin' with Griffin. Intro's so good. Oh, that's nice.
It's so good.
Gonna harmonize with him next time. We do need to have him on. He was giving me heat. He was giving me.
He
You
was
were
lighting
going
you up.
hard.
He was lighting me up.
You made some bold statements.
You did.
And he called
He
me out
said
on all
what-
of them. I
Yeah.
love it.
You asked for it.
You're saying I asked for it.
You asked for
You
it.
asked for it.
Well,
He gave it to you.
I asked for it. He gave it. He does his podcast live and he sings his intros every single time. That's amazing.
It is. I mean, he's like on point. How can you not get into it? I mean, it's like so well done.
It's impressive.
Yes.
We're pre-recorded, drink once, cut twice. Very not live. Griff not only records live, every time he sings his intro, like really well. Got a mic with reverb just for singing.
No wonder why his wife's a model.
Gets me every time. I got a couple more of these from the game. See how you do with a couple of these.
Okay.
How about Squealer? Is that a video game or a porn?
Video game. Pigs all over it. Pig madness.
You're saying video game. Tyler, what do you think?
Porn.
He's too good. Give the man his money. Squealer is a 2005 pornographic horror film directed by Jack the Zipper.
My favorite director.
I like he's like, no.
I have his
I'm
whole
the perfect
catalog.
name ready for this.
What about Buried Treasure?
I have some immediate thoughts.
That's a game.
No, that's a porn for sure. I can think of some buried treasure.
Blair gets one. It's
No.
even. Buried Treasure featuring Everready Harton. It's also known as Pecker Island.
Obviously.
Hold ever ready.
And that is an animated pornographic cartoon short
Oh, of
film
course, that's why Blair's seen it.
from 1928.
1928.
1928.
Holy
I
moly.
do prefer good oldie.
Good oldie. Here it is.
Animated oldie. Now you're
It's got
talking
Blair written all
my
over it.
language.
Black and white.
Couple more, and you don't get to agree on them. That's the rule. Tech Romancer. Porn or video game?
Video game.
I'll take the porn.
It is a video game.
Yeah.
From the Dreamcast, 1998. This one's for all the marbles since that was too close for a tie. One more. Rex Nebular and the Cosmic Gender Bender.
Such a porno.
No, that's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
What?
DOS
The game
Mac
that thought of like the
1992.
most porno name
Yeah.
they could ever come up with was like, how could we be obnoxiously pornographic right now
Pornographical.
with our title yet
Pornographically.
be a video? Is there
Pornographically.
nothing but titties in this video game?
Pornographically speaking.
What is
here.
this video game?
How many tits are in it?
Shooting wood out of her what?
New dream car giveaway over at 8080. In addition to the 15% off you get for using code CRUNCHY, every dollar you spend gets you entered into a chance to win a brand new Lamborghini plus $60,000 in cash. You do not want to miss out. Nor do you want to forget to check out SomethingCrunchy.com, where you'll find every episode, our links for social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store, where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation. Join us every Friday at 10 o'clock on 97.3 The Rattler, or find us wherever you get your podcasts. This has been another episode of Something Crunchy, and as always,
Don't ever forget to live your crunchiest life.
And be crunchy to one another.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. All episodes can be found at somethingcrunchy.com and on all podcast platforms. Thank you for listening.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not the only
Now
one
we
that
know-
hated that. That was
Well,
universally hated. Everyone
Well,
hated
now
it.
we know how you feel
Whoa.
about women. Wow.
How do you hate on Elizabeth Hurley?
And bears.
It's Elizabeth Banks.
Banks, not Hurley. Blair.
Yeah, you don't even know your Elizabeth.
You don't
right?
even-
You know what I mean?
That sounds
It's
like
your
I don't
Elizabeth
remember her
Wright.
being Charlie's Angels.